My name is Andrew Augustine, and I'm the founder and creative director of Notion Games, LLC. I got into the game industry. It was a combination of going to school, networking at school. A lot of it was networking, really, to be honest. Most of it would be networking, if I'm going to give credit to anything besides my art. And then actually going to school for a brief stint to meet those people who are going to be in that industry later. And I got in there because a friend that I met at the community college, he ended up getting hired, and he remembered me, and he brought me on. So that's how I really got into the door of games. A lot of favorite pieces I like to show is like the action segments. Like, I mean, my art style is on the cute, cartoony side, but I like to fuse it with that action kind of feel. Because like, I'm a Marvel fan. I'm a fan of Dragon Ball Z and all those very action-y animes and stuff. So I like to try to showcase the action segments, you know, because I like to marry cute and action and just try to make it to where it's not a super duper kiddie, you know, game. You know, try to show those type of things. Man, I just remember one time I was out, same people that played ball, basketball, football, and they were all talking about what they're gonna do in college and what they want to be when they grow up. And of course, they were all like, I'm gonna try to be in the NBA, I'm gonna try to be in the NFL. And I'm like, I want to be an artist. And I remember they all laughed. It was just like, I mean, I get it. At the time, it was like, you know, do I look like I create cute cartoony things, you know? I mean, I was more in the football field, and that's what we were doing. So when I brought out that I want to be an artist and was serious about it, it was a little funny to them. But we didn't, you know, growing up where I grew up, we didn't have that outlet. We didn't really look at art as being a way to make a living. We always looked at it as like all our inspirations and people who were shown were like rappers and people who did sports and stuff like that. So that was our perception of the world. That's what we wanted to be when we got older. I didn't know I was gonna be part of STEM, to be honest. I was just drawing, and it just came with evolution as you evolve and try to make sure that you're keeping up with the times, you know? Like, it went from just me drawing characters and they were static to trying to make animations to trying to make them interactive. And that interactive element is what brought me into STEM. Without me really knowing it, it was just something that I felt like I needed to do to make my art better. And I'm glad it has, you know, it's been a big, you know, positive, brought in a bunch of like opportunities being in STEM, but it wasn't something I thought about doing in the first place. I mean, I like to try to let people know that there is a way out, you know, there is opportunity. It is actually being put out there more and more. Gaming has become a huge thing. It was not, when I was younger, it was more like a children's toy. You know, you get it for your kids on Christmas or whatever. Now you have grown men, women, elderly, they're gaming on their phones, they're gaming on the PlayStation. So it's become a lucrative industry, right? And people are being educated on that. I mean, those things are being in schools. We taught in schools that you can be a programmer, an artist, etc., which weren't really taught when I was in schools, but mine was purely driven off of passion. So my story, when I talk about my story, it's not really being like, hey, go into gaming. It's more about my passion is gaming. What is your passion? I took whatever opportunities I could to make my passion become, you know, lucrative. You know, my dreams become reality, and whatever your dreams are, you can do the same thing.
Follow us on Twitter. What's next? Join us and our partner, the USA Science and Engineering Festival in Washington, D.C., April 2018, as we celebrate science in our nation's capital. For more information, go to www.usasciencefestival.org or www.thecolorofstem.com.